Greetings, everyone. Welcome back to part 2 of my home media collection. Yeah, this is like a continuation to the first part I did yesterday. So I'm just gonna continue on with my VHS and DVD collection here, and I'm sure you'll be able to spot some new ones. Okay, we got American Tail, Fivel, Goes West, Alvin and the Chipmunks, Trick or Treason, An American Tale, The Treasure of Manhattan Island, Atlantis, The Lost Empire, The Absolute Minded Professor, A Kid in King Arthur's Court, The Adventures of Ichabod and Mr. Toad, Airbud and Airbud World Pup, Aladdin and the King of Thieves, Alaska, Alice in Wonderland, All Dogs Go to Heaven 2, Alone in the Woods, whatever this is. Yeah, like I said before, most of these movies are ones I never got around to watch, and, which explains why I never heard of some of them. There's Schoolhouse Rock, American Rock, Anastasia, Angels in the Outfield, Angels in the End Zone. Oh, wait. Oh yeah. Oh, I didn't know that Christopher Lloyd was in these movies. If you guys want me to watch these movies and do a review of them, let me know down in the comments below. There's Ants, Aristocrats, Babe, Bambi, Bedknobs and Broomsticks. Another movie that used live action and animation. And this came out after Mary Poppins, not before. There's Mr. Bean the movie. Yeah, that's Rowan Atkinson, who was in the live action Scooby-Doo movie. There's... hold on. Boo Busters! Not to be confused with the Blue Brothers or Ghostbusters. Hey, hold on. Just had to put them back. There we go. We got the Back to the Future film trilogy, Back to the Future Parts 1, 2, and 3, as well as the animated series, Dickens of a Christmas, and Swing Low, Sweet Chariot Race, Bean and Me, The Big Freeze, A Land Before Time movie, the first Beauty and the Beast movie, Buzz Lightyear of Star Command. Yes. Yeah, there was a time when Buzz Lightyear got his own spin-off movie and animated series back in the early 2000s. And Lightyear is probably supposed to be his own separate thing. There was Belle's Magical World, The Black Cauldron, Blank Check, The Brave Little Toaster Goes to Mars, and that's the first Brave Little Toaster movie. Yes, where that some of the VHS tapes and DVDs I got are ones that I never got around to watch before. Oh well. There's Brother Bear, A Bug's Life, Country Bears, Chicken Run. Yes, I am aware that there is a sequel to this movie on Netflix, which I might get around to watching soon. Cool Running. Cheaper by the Dozen. Alvin and the Chipmunks. The Chipmunk Adventure. Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, we love you. There's Chicago. Cartoon All-Stars to the Rescue. Now, since this does have Bugs Bunny, but Daffy Duck and the Smurfs, not sure if I should have included that in my WB media collection. And you know what, I'll just probably leave it here anyway. It's probably not a big deal. There's Dinosaur, 101 Dalmatians 2, Patch's London Adventure. Disneyland presents the Main Street Electrical Parade Farewell Season. Well, I just want to let you know that I did go to Disney World before, back in 2011 and 2016, twice. There's 101 Dalmatians and 102 Dalmatians, the live action movies. And there's the original 101 Dalmatians animated movie. There's Doug's first movie, originally a Nickelodeon series before being owned by Disney. So yeah, so now Doug is technically half Disney, half Nickelodeon. There's Dumbo, Daniel and the Super Dogs, The Duke, DuckTales the movie, Treasure of the Lost Lamp. Now it would be cool if Nostalgia Critic gets around to reviewing this movie. Let me know down in the comments below if you think the Nostalgia Critic should get around to reviewing this movie, since he already shared his thoughts on the first episode of the DuckTales reboot, as well as watching the original DuckTales series in general. Can't blame him. Oh, there's the animated series of DuckTales, Accidental Adventures, and Daredevil Duck. For some reason that sounds like the name of some kind of superhero, or like a satire of Darkwing Duck. There's Doug, the Vampire Caper. Almost sounds like a Scooby-Doo related adventure. There's Brenda Fraser's Dudley Do-Right, Dr. Doolittle's 1 and 2, Dr. No, a James Bond movie, Donald Duck, the Spirit of 43, Hooked Bear, Susie the Little Blue Cube, and Western Whoa. There's Star Wars The Empire Strikes Back, a movie that I did watch for the first time and share my thoughts on it. Ernest Goes to Jail, Family Dog, Tom Hanks is Forrest Gump, Fantastic Planet, Favorite Stories, Legend of Sleepy Hollow, Finding Nemo, The Fox and the Hound. There's Fantasia, Gay Paris, a Goofy movie, an extremely goofy movie, How the Grinch Stole Christmas. That's right. This film has actually came out in 2000. It should say that on the back at the VHS. Man, the font is... Yeah, I think I see it. You guys probably can't see it because of the blurriness, but it says 2000. So I'm guessing the film is 24 years old. Cool. And I guess one more year in 2025, it'll be 25 years old. There's the Gumby movie, Schoolhouse Rock, Grammar Rock, George of the Jungles 1 and 2, hey. I'm sorry, I had to sing a little bit of the George of the Jungle theme song. There's Ghostbusters 2. Oh no, I know you guys are probably gonna be asking me if I saw Ghostbusters Afterlife and Ghostbusters The Frozen Empire. Well, I didn't see Ghostbusters Afterlife, but I did watch Ghostbusters The Frozen Empire on Netflix not too long ago, and I like it. So I'm probably gonna wait until I get that and Afterlife on DVD. Okay, I guess I hate to admit it, but I guess I might be able to find the 2016 reboot on DVD. Even though you guys are probably begging me not to. There's Galaxy Quest, which I'm guessing is meant to be like a satire or parody of Star Trek and Star Wars. Okay, mostly Star Trek. And you guys can correct me in the comment section below if I'm wrong or not. There's James Bond, Goldfinger, Hercules, Zero to Hero, Holes, Home on the Range, A. Mary's The Haunted Mansion. There's the Honey, I Shrunk the Kids film trilogy. The first film, Honey, I Blew Up the Kid, and Honey, We Shrunk Ourselves. Oh boy. I actually like that this one comes with a Roger Rabbit short cartoon, Tummy Trouble. Here's Goofy, Harriet Tubman. A very good educational cartoon. Now, maybe I might get a chance to watch this, to brush up on my history a bit. There's Heavyweight. Yeah, like I said, there are like several VHS tapes and DVDs that I never once got around to watch to. There's The Hunchback of Notre Dame 2, the first Hercules movie. Well, you know what? I thought place this one next to its sequel movie. There we go. Hercules and Hercules Zero to Hero are side by side. Okay, we got Horse Feathers and Inspector Gadgets 1 and 2. I probably said this in my original VHS and DVD collection saga, as well as the remake. But just in case I haven't, I used to watch these two films out of order. In fact, I used to think that this one was the first film, and the first film being the second film. I know that it wasn't intended. I know it sounds stupid, but it's true. There's Inspector Gadget. Gadget's greatest gadgets. I'm probably gonna. Fun fact: Don Adams provides the voice of Inspector Gadget. Cree Summer provides the voice of Penny, who's Inspector Gadget's niece. And legendary Frank Welker provided the voice of Brian the dog. And Dr. Claw. I will get you next time, Gadget. Next time. I'm sorry, I had to do my Dr. Claw impression. There's Incredible Journey. There's The Incredibles. I still didn't know that there was a VHS release of this movie. I mean, the only Pixar films that I knew that had like a DVD and VHS release in the early days was Toy Stories 1 and 2, Monsters Inc., Finding Nemo, and A Bug's Life. There's Jurassic Park on VHS, Leave It to Beaver, Little Rascals, The Lion King film trilogy, Lion King 1, 1.5, and Lion King 2, Simba's Pride, Independence Day, Little Nemo, not to be confused for Finding Nemo, Lady and the Tramp, Madeline, Lilo and Stitch, Land Before Time, The Stone of Cold Fire, Liar Liar, starring Jim Carrey, President Lincoln, Max Keel's big movie, The Little Mermaid, The Spirit of Mickey Mouse, The Three Musketeers, Madeline, Lost in Paris, okay. The Great Mouse Detective, Mouse Hunt, Mighty Ducks, the movie Monsters Inc., Mickey's House of Villains, Mulan, My Favorite Martian, My Fair Lady, The Night of the Headless Horseman. Oh boy. This sounds like an interesting movie. Oh yeah, some of the one VHS tapes does have the 20th Century Fox logo on it. And just to be clear, this was like I think this was before Disney bought the rights to Fox. Just wanted to make that clear. There's Mary Poppins, Matilda, Man of the House. Sorry about the coughing. Multiplication Rock, The Mouse and the Motorcycle, Mrs. Doubtfire, Madeline at Cooking School, Meet the Parents. Yes, this was a new VHS tape that I got the other day, and I already made a video about that. And I promise I might get a chance to review Meet the Parents soon, which means I have to watch it first. We got Men in Black, Mutt and Jeff's wacky Western cartoon, Meteor Man. I'm sorry, I had to make it seem dramatic. There's Oliver and Company, Old Yeller, The Garbage Picking Field Goal Kicking Philadelphia Phenomenon. Man, this is quite a mouthful. I dare you guys to say that 10 times fast. There's Popeye the Sailor meets Sinbad and Alibaba, Pokemon, Peter Pan. Yeah, different type of Peter Pan movie made by Universal. I'm guessing Peter Pan was in the public domain at the time, meaning any random studio can make their own type of Peter Pan movie. Which I suppose that makes sense. I mean, there was the Winnie the Pooh horror movie that was now in the public domain, and so is Steamboat Willie, if I'm correct. Not sure if The Grinch is part of the public domain or not. There's Pocahontas and Pocahontas 2, Journey to the New World. Oh, Journey to a New World. There's Popeye, the live-action Popeye the Sailor Man movie, starring Robin Williams and Shelley Duvall. Okay, I'm gonna bring this up since I'm pretty sure that you guys are going to the comments section that might tell me that Shelley Duvall recently kicked the bucket due to some kind of illness or cancer or something. And yes, I was aware of that recently, but I didn't want to make a big deal over it. But now I feel bad for not knowing much about her. Well, except her being in this movie and The Shining, I think. Oh wait, I remember that the Nostalgia Critic did a review of Suburban Commando years ago. There's The Prince of Egypt, the Disney version of Peter Pan, The Parent Trap, Pete's Dragon, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers the movie. Play Misty for me. Sorry, I had to make it sound relaxing. There's The Prince and the Pauper. Quack Pack. I said Quack Pack. Ducks Amuck. Star Wars Return of the Jedi. The Rocky and Bullwinkle movie. And the anime show of the same name. Rocky and Bullwinkle. Runaway Ralph. The Rescuers. Down under, mate. Risa's All Grown Down. Return to Neverland. The First Rescuers movie. Risa Schools Out. I better put rescue. Well, hold on. Had to put both Rescuers and Risa's movies together. There's Return to Neverland, Red Skeletons, bloopers, blunders, and ad-libs, Robin Hood, Return of Jafar, Stitch the movie, going down, down, down. Some Three Stooges VHS tapes here. There's The Three Stooges, Greatest Hits and Rarities, tapes 1 and 2. The Three Stooges, Simply Hilarious 1 and Three Stooges Festival. Oh, I guess I got another Three Stooges Festival VHS tape. Huh, doesn't hurt to have too many. There's The Shakiest Gun in the West, Spaceballs, Sister Act, Stuart Little 3, Call of the Wild, Shark Tale, Stuart Little. Yes, I promise I might find the second Stuart Little movie soon. Saludos amigos. Sleeping Beauty. The Secret of Nim. Snow White and the Seven Dwarves. Yes, I am aware that there was a live-action remake of this movie. And based on everyone's thoughts on the trailer for the live-action Snow White movie on YouTube, let's just say that they really despise it. There's So Dear to My Heart, Spy Kids 2, The Island of Lost Dreams, Spy Kids 3, Game Over. The Best of Schoolhouse Rock, The Three Musketeers, Tarzan and Jane, Toy Story and Toy Story 2, The Three Caballeros, and The Kid. I'm gonna end part 2 here, but thanks for watching.